Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunwing Weddings in conversation with Royalton Weddings. My name is Megan Jakubowski, and I am the Senior Manager here at Sunwing Weddings. We are the weddings department of Sunwing, and we assist wedding couples with bringing their dream weddings to life. We're based in Toronto at the downtown office, though we have clients all over Canada. I've been with the company for about 9 years now and actually started out as a wedding planner myself. We have planned hundreds of destination weddings in all of the amazing locations that Sunwing offers. And today I'm very excited to welcome Laura from Royalton Weddings, who's here to share information with you about planning your destination wedding at the Royalton and Planet Hollywood resorts. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Megan. Thanks so much for having me. As Megan mentioned, my name is Laura Erickson, and I am the Director of Wedding Services in our centralized wedding planning office in Ontario. I started working with Royalton Properties almost 9 years ago, really helping out at the beginning with wedding planning itself and into the sales side and working on shaping the program into what it is today. I'm very proud to work with such an amazing team producing beautiful weddings at all of our resorts.
Thank you, Laura. We also have Jessica here with us today, who is one of the wonderful wedding planners on the Sunwing Weddings team. Jessica is going to be moderating today and responding to you in the chat feature. If you have any questions throughout the event, please feel free to type them there. And we've also saved some time for Q&A at the end. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, everyone. See you in the chat.
Awesome. Now, before I pass this off to Laura, I'd like to explain a little bit more about Sunwing Weddings and the services that we offer for you. As I mentioned before, we are the weddings department of Sunwing. So we are for wedding couples who would like to book their travel directly with the tour operator. Now, the first step with any destination wedding is to narrow it down to a destination and a resort. Our team will help you narrow it down by providing group rates for the cost of your travel, along with exclusive promotions for wedding groups. The package rates that we provide include flights, all-inclusive hotel accommodations, and airport transportation and destination. We also will provide group travel assistance for you and your guests. So actually, once you've chosen and booked your hotel, you'll be assigned to a group travel representative who's going to be helping your friends and family with their bookings. Now, the cost of the wedding itself is something separate, which is always payable to the resort directly. However, included with all of our group travel bookings is actually free wedding planning services. At Sunwing Weddings, we offer 3 exclusive wedding planning service packages, which are designed to suit a range of budgets and styles. Now, our job is to look after the logistics of your wedding budget and vision by coordinating with the hotel's wedding coordinator and vendors on your behalf. So the first package you see here is called the Diamond Planning Service. Now, this is normally a service fee of $4.99. However, it's actually included free with all of our bookings, which are made directly with Sunwing Weddings. Now, with this service, once your travel is booked, you will be assigned to a Sunwing Weddings wedding planner who's going to provide 5 hours of wedding consulting for you. Your planner will be your personal point of contact. They're going to help communicate with your wedding details with the resort and with all of the vendors on your behalf. They're going to confirm your wedding date, time, and locations with the resort. They'll also help create a personalized wedding budget spreadsheet for you, outlining all of the pricing based on your wedding vision and your selections. This is a great tool which helps to completely organize your wedding details. Your planner is going to advise you on the legal requirements if they're applicable, and they're also going to provide a helpful wedding planning and packing checklist for you to make sure nothing gets missed. Then, once your 5 hours are complete, your planner will introduce you to the on-site team at the hotel. However, if you're interested in continuing to work with your planner, the next service package we offer is called the Platinum Service. Now, this one is a service fee of $9.99. However, there's always the option to upgrade. So you can always upgrade from the Diamond package to the Platinum service if you're interested in more full service planning, and you can speak to your planner directly about upgrade costs. Now, the Platinum service includes everything that's included in the Diamond service, plus an additional 5 hours of planning for a total of 10 hours of wedding planning. Now, with this service, you're going to have more time with your planner, and they're really going to take over overall management of your wedding day up until the end to make sure everything's complete. Within the 10 hours, they can usually also help you with planning additional events, such as maybe a rehearsal dinner or a welcome party, something like that. Then our next service level, which is our most extensive service, is called the Platinum Plus. So this includes everything that's included in the Platinum package, plus an additional 5 hours of planning for a total of 15 hours of planning, plus the option to have your wedding planner fly down to destination to be there on your day of. Now, this service is normally $19.99 plus consultant travel costs. However, like I said, there's always the option to upgrade. So you can always upgrade from either the Diamond or the Platinum package, and you can speak to your wedding planner directly about the upgrade costs. Now, with this service, your wedding planner is with you from start to finish. And you also have the option, like I said, to fly them down in destination, really to make sure everything goes perfectly on the day of. They're going to then be there for the day of coordination. Your planner will know you and your vision, and they've been with you since the very beginning, so they can ensure all of your decor, entertainment, and all of the details are going perfectly on the day of. They're also going to help create a wedding itinerary for you and manage the day of schedule and destination to ensure everything goes according to plan. So without further ado, I'm now going to pass this over to Laura, who's going to take us through what Royalton Weddings has to offer.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Megan. So I am very excited to present our wedding program to all of you today. And to start, I want to spend a few minutes on our different brands and where they're located. So our most popular brand for weddings is definitely Royalton. It's a family-friendly chain that offers something for everyone of any age. We have a ton of beautiful wedding locations across the properties. And there's definitely something for everybody, whether you're looking for locations on the beach, to terraces, private venues, garden locations. We really do have a good assortment across our different hotels. Hideaway, as many people get confused by it, it's just the adults only section at the Royalton properties. It's not a separate property. Adults staying in the Hideaway can access the Royalton section. However, an adult staying at the Royalton cannot access the Hideaway section. So this is really a great option for wedding couples who are looking to maybe get away from their guests while they're honeymooning afterwards, or the wedding's happened and they don't want to see the family and friends anymore. So they stay in Hideaway and the rest of the guests stay at the Royalton. New to the Royalton family is the Royalton Chic brand. We have a location in Cancun as well as Punta Cana, and this is a strictly adults only property. So kids cannot stay here and they cannot attend a wedding at these hotels, even if they're just coming in for the day. It is strictly adults only. So just keep that in mind if you're looking at either the Royalton Chic Suites Cancun or the Royalton Chic Punta Cana. We also have our newest brand, Planet Hollywood, that we're very excited about. It follows a very similar path to Royalton, definitely offering something for everyone of any age, but it's got a Hollywood flair throughout it. So you'll see lots of memorabilia. The welcome is always to movie music. So there is a lot of different features that you'd find like going to a Planet Hollywood restaurant. Cancun just opened January 29th of this year, and we also have a property in Costa Rica. Our other brands that I'm not going to speak to today include Starfish, Memories, Grand Lido, and Mystique. However, we do offer weddings at these properties. So if you have any interest in them at all, please feel free to reach out to Sunwing Weddings and they would definitely help you with those properties. To speak about our wedding packages, I'm going to start by outlining our process a bit to you. Across all of our brands, all you need to do is choose from one of the wedding packages to start, and from there we can add on all the decor and all the entertainment that you wish to really create a package that you want. We keep the decor included really minimal and simplistic, as we know each couple really likes to add their personal touches with their wedding vision. And that's a really great place to work with Sunwing Weddings and their planning services, is because those planners can really help bring out those personal touches. And if you don't have that vision, that's what they're there to do, to really help bring that out of you. We have our centralized wedding planning office that is dedicated to working with our wedding couples or their wedding planners on all of their wedding plans. We also have our dedicated on-site teams who focus their time and energy on couples when they're actually in destination and take care of executing the weddings. So you can feel really comfortable coming to one of our properties and knowing that our planners are there for you, and they're going to be there throughout your stay as well in case anything comes up. So the first package here I'm going to speak to is our luxury package, which you can see here. The luxury package is really meant for those wedding couples looking to come down to destination, really go for a simplistic approach to their weddings and use the all-inclusive features of the hotel that they're coming to. It includes your symbolic ceremony, your bridal bouquet, a groom's boutonniere, and then that semi-private dinner where you can have dinner with your whole group, but then afterwards you go back into the hotel itself and you would go maybe to the disco, go to the nightly entertainment, or do whatever you guys want to do. The second package is our refined package. So our refined package really speaks to those couples looking to bring in the traditional elements of a wedding they might have had at home. So with that being said, they looking for a private event. And what a private event allows you to do in destination is that it allows you to do things like have a dance portion of your reception, hire a DJ, go all out on decor if you want, hire different kinds of entertainment services. So when we talk about the traditional elements of an at-home wedding, this is where you're looking to find somewhere that offers private functions for your wedding. This package here, we developed based on feedback from travel agents and wedding couples like yourselves to really what they needed for their wedding as kind of a baseline, and then they can build onto it from there. So this package is great because it does include a 3-hour private reception as well as a cocktail hour. And it is a $3,999 US package. It includes 30 guests, and then additional guests are $80 US per person. We do get asked a lot that does seem like a high cost, but if you look at the cost of the $80 US per person and what it includes them in, which would be your ceremony chair setup, your sparkling wine toast, wedding cake, the cocktail hour open bar and food, as well as the 3-hour private reception menu and open bar, it is quite a cost-effective way to really start your wedding package. The next package I'm going to speak to is the exclusive package. Now, the exclusive package is really couples who are looking to do this extra event that's in here, where you'll see here this pre-wedding event. What this extra event can be used for is really up to you. We've had couples in the past use it for a welcome party, rehearsal dinner. Maybe a parent is having a special anniversary that you want to celebrate with them, or there is an important person with a birthday. So you really want to look at this specific package if you're looking to do an extra private function. We've kept this private function quite different from the wedding day, where it is very informal. It's a fun barbecue on the beach so that you can really bring the elements up for the reception itself and kind of keep this fun and simplistic for either the night before, or you can use it afterwards as well. It's really up to you how you want to use that extra event. So as you can see here from this package, there are extra elements in it. There is an extra hour at the reception. There is an entertainment option during the cocktail hour. There's a $300 credit for floral. Adding all of these details onto the refined package, you can certainly do that, and only use this package if you're really looking for that extra private event, because otherwise the financial aspect to it just doesn't make sense for you. So really take a look at this package if you are looking at that additional private event. To add on to these packages, we have some fun custom add-on experiences. So two of the most popular ones are definitely the late night food station and the welcome party experience. So the late night food station is a really great option for those of you wanting to do a 4 or a 5-hour private function, because by the time you're getting to that last hour of the night, you're probably going to have some guests who are going to be needing some kind of food with all the drinking and the dancing they've been doing. So it's a great way to have some fun snacks come out, pizza, chicken fingers, fries, little hamburgers, that kind of stuff. So that's a great option to add on. And then the second one I spoke to is the welcome party experience. So if you aren't looking to go full out private reception style for a welcome party, you could do the welcome party experience, which is an hour long. It includes some drinks and some appetizers, as well as a sound system and a microphone to really welcome your guests to the event. This is also a great time if you're having welcome bags or an itinerary and you want to hand that out at that point. And another reason we really recommend this is if you have guests coming from across Canada and they don't know each other, maybe they're single and coming by themselves, then they can really meet everybody at this point. And then the next day, When they're by the poolside or the beach, they'll recognize somebody and feel a little bit more comfortable going up to them and, really starting to hang out with them and getting to know them. To add on to these experiences, we also have our cultural add-on experiences. So these cultural add-on experiences are available in Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, and Mexico. And what they're really great for is you can add these on to any of the wedding packages. We recommend starting with the luxury package and adding these on because it does include a cocktail hour and a private reception. But the great part about these is that the culinary experience within these is taken from the cultural elements of where it is. So the menu would be, you'd have a Mexican menu or a Jamaican menu or a Dominican menu. And then there's also cultural specific performances that are included in this as well. So you could either do this on the wedding day itself, or you could have this as a pre-wedding event or a post-wedding event too, if you wanted to give your guests something that's a little bit more unique and something they definitely would not be experiencing on a traditional trip down south. We're also really excited about our newly developed Cuinor program at our Cancun and Dominican properties. These packages are designed around a certain number of event hours. So as you can see here, we have the two different packages, one that has 12 event hours and another that has 14 event hours. When you see the packages broken down, we do already have them outlined with event hours for specific events that are usually the most common events that we are seeing with our South Asian couples. This does not mean these are the only events that we can do or that you can do within this package. We know that every couple is very different with what their family wants for their wedding events, what traditions you have within your religion. So it's really important to us that we accommodate that and that you can take some of those event hours and put them towards the events that you're looking to have. So, you don't have to have the Sangeet. You can have more hours towards your reception, or you can have more hours towards your Mendi, depending on what you're looking to do. When you are looking at us for a South Asian wedding, and when you're going through Megan and her team at Sunwing Weddings, the best thing to do is to really let us all know what events you're looking to host and on what specific dates. Now, you don't have to say, for example, I want this on September 5th, 6th, and 7th. You could say day 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then if you're open to dates, we can play around with what's available, just as long as we know the order that you're looking to have them in. And, if you're looking to have the reception the day after the ceremony, or if you want it on the same day, all of that's just really important for us to know to be able to give you the right information and the right availability at the hotel. I'm now very excited to share with you some photos of our most popular and some of my most favorite locations across our different brands, and we're going to start with the Royalton. So this is at the Royalton Riviera Cancun, definitely our most popular hotel and our most popular location. If any of you have tried it, it can be hard to find a date and time that work, but we want to work with you to find what works for you guys. So this is the Sky Terrace at the Royalton. We can use this location for both ceremonies and receptions. And what's really important to note about any of our Sky Terraces at any of the properties is that we do need 4 hours in between a ceremony and a reception to allow us to really turn over from the ceremony and set up for the reception. So the most common thing that we have happen is a 3 o'clock ceremony elsewhere, and then a reception starting back up here at 7. We also have a very unique structure at this property. If any of you have seen it before, it's called our Ocean View Gazebo. I don't think it's changing, so I will just speak to it here while we just wait for it to update here. This is a really unique structure because it has a very different geometric shape, and it provides a lot of shade for couples if they do have kind of an early afternoon ceremony time slot, and has a beautiful view of the ocean and the beach in the background without being on the sand itself. So we do have a lot of couples who, don't want to be on the sand, but still want to feel like they're at a beach wedding. So this is a really great location for that. And because of the backdrop, there really is not a lot that's needed for decor itself. So as you can see here, we have a couple of different setups that people have done just to kind of put their own feel on it. Next is the Royalton Chic Suites property, and we have a couple of really cool locations at this hotel. So this first one here, this is our Sunrise Terrace, which does face the beach and the ocean. We also have a Sunset Terrace, which faces the other side of the property, and we do have the beach as well. What I really wanted to focus on for this property and what I'm most excited about is level 18. So level 18 is the, as it sounds, 18th level of this hotel. It has stunning views of both the ocean and the beach, as well as the other side, which is the Strip, the Cancun Strip, I should say. So yes, just to take you back a notch here, Royalton Chic Suites Cancun is on the Cancun Strip. We're about 5 minutes from Coco Bongos and just down from some of the major shopping centers. So if you are, and it's adults only as well. So if you are doing something that is adults only and want to be kind of in the whole element of Cancun, this is a great property for this. So back to level 18, this is the Sky Terrace that's located at level 18 that we use for ceremonies when somebody's doing a buyout. You do have to buy out level 18 in order to use this location for a ceremony, and then you would use, this is kind of up elevated a little bit, and then you'd go down some stairs, and surrounding the pools that are up here and all of the different bars and stuff is where you do your cocktail hour and your private reception. So this is such a unique experience. If you're wanting to do something completely private, it's very cost effective in terms of doing an entire buyout of a location. So now we're going to move away from Cancun and we're going to move into Jamaica. And the first property here that we're going to speak to is the Royalton White Sands. So this is one of the first hotels that we ever opened, and this is our first wedding location that we ever started using. So this is our ocean gazebo. And what I really love about it is that it feels like you're on the beach without being on the beach itself. And we do have a lot of those couples who don't want toes in the sand. So we've really developed locations that give you the toes in the sand feeling without actually having to be in the sand itself. So this is on a point itself, surrounded by the ocean on all three sides, and then a beautiful long walkway up into the altar there. Royalton Blue Waters is Royalton White Sands' sister property. So yes, if you're staying at Royalton Blue Waters or if you're staying at Royalton White Sands, you can use locations at either property. It is a very small compound. I wouldn't even call it a compound. It takes about 8 minutes to get from one side to the other. So even if you're doing the ceremony here at the beach gazebo at Royalton Blue Waters and you are going to do the reception at the Royalton White Sands poolside, it does not take long to get over there. So please feel confident if your location of choice isn't available, but we can offer you the White Sands poolside versus the Blue Waters poolside. It's not a far walk for anybody involved. So this is our beach gazebo at the Royalton Blue Waters. My favorite location at any of our properties is our ocean gazebo at the Royalton Negril. So if you are looking for that true sunset ceremony, this is one of the properties that would be best for you. The sun actually sets right between our two posts down there. It has a beautiful boardwalk here, this really pretty stone archway, which you can't really see here, but it's actually 3 separate stone archways to kind of give it a dynamic effect. And then these beautiful trees. It's just such a pretty location that really does not need a lot to it. It's at the furthest point of our hotel, so it does have a very nice private feel to it without having any kind of additional private costs or anything like that. So really beautiful location. It is located in the hideaway section of the hotel. So we do get asked the question a lot, can children come? 100%. Children can come to ceremonies at this location. We just, after the ceremony, we just have the children and everybody kind of leave this section. You can obviously do some photos and things like that here, but just not a lot of kids lingering around is all we ask. We also have a Sky Terrace at this property. So again, very similar to the Sky Terraces at the Riviera Cancun. This can be used for both ceremonies and receptions. And if you do want to use it for both of the events, we do ask for the 4 hours in between. It also has a really pretty view of the ocean as well and is located right central in the middle of the resort. So if you're looking for a location that's not too far from a lot of the different amenities, this would definitely be a location for that. Moving into the Dominican Republic now, we have our beautiful Royalton Punta Cana that we're going to start with. So this is on the beautiful Punta Cana. If any of you have ever been there, you know that the Dominican is really well known for their beaches. They're just super clean and they're really beautiful. So we've got this gazebo that's already in place here with this wooden walkway, really ready to add your personal touches to it. And this is one of my favorite photos that we have of this hotel because I really like how this couple took the already in place gazebo here and brought out the colors and the wood nature of it and brought it into their chairs. I think it just really they stand out against the sand, so it was just a really pretty job that this couple did with their wedding. For those couples wanting to be away from the beach, we also have our Plaza Lobby Gazebo. So this is really great for couples who maybe have some older guests who are worried about the sun and having them sit out in the sun for any length of time because it does have these sails over top of it. It's also surrounded by a really pretty water feature, so you do still have the water element in this location without actually being able to see the beach or the ocean itself. This can be used for ceremonies as well as receptions. There are two squares, and then in the middle there's a circle that in two pathways that lead you off of it. So this is the usual side that we use for ceremonies because it already has this structure in place here. And then on the other side is just a big open square, again with a sail on it. So if the group is a specific size, then we're able to do the ceremony on the one side and already have the reception set up on the other side. But if you have a very large group of say 100 people, then what we would do is we could use this for the reception and we would use both sides actually. So you'd have some guests sitting on one square, some on the other square. Royalton Splash is Royalton Punta Cana's sister property and is home to this beautiful garden location. So this is called our Eco Garden Gazebo. It can be used for both ceremonies and receptions. I love it most for receptions because I really love these three little palapas that you see in the background here. And what you can do with these is really up to you. We've had couples in the past in one have a cigar roller, in the other entertainment like the DJ, and then another maybe a table set up with welcome bags or their gifts to their guests or gifts for them. So there's really a lot that you can do with this space. The only, if you want to call it a downside, is that if you are looking for something that is sand or that does have a water view, this isn't the space for that. This is strictly garden. It's completely secluded and private. So it's a really beautiful location for those of you looking for something that's a little bit more of a tropical feel to it. Royalton Bavaro is just a few resorts down from the Royalton Punta Cana and is home to quite a few wedding locations actually. This is one that I'm going to share with you today because it's a little bit more of your typical gazebo that you do see in destination, which a lot of people love and are really looking for. The other great thing about this location is that all of your guests and yourself are actually on a platform. So again, you have the ocean, you have the sand, you have the beach, but toes are not in sand. Your guests are sitting on top of this wooden surface here itself. At Royalton Chic Punta Cana, another one of our adults only properties, we have a beautiful beach setting perfectly set up with a white gazebo. A really unique feature to this property is actually our chic mansion. So this mansion can be used for ceremonies, receptions, cocktail hours, whatever you really want to do with it, as long as you are renting it for 3 or more nights, which Sunwing Weddings can definitely help you out if you want to get a quote on the mansion itself. A lot of our couples will have the ceremony at that white beach gazebo that you saw a few seconds ago, and then come back here and do reception and cocktail hour here. The mansion does have 6 rooms in it, so it can sleep up to 12. So what a lot of our couples do is they will have themselves staying in the mansion, and then they will also have maybe their close family members or the wedding party staying with them. So it's a lot of fun. It can do up to 40 people for a reception. It does have a rain backup plan. If you can see straight across here, what we're looking into, that's kind of like an indoor lounge area that we can use for a reception should we not be able to host it outside due to any kind of weather elements. Another one of my personal favorites is our Sky Terrace at the Royalton St. Lucia. If you haven't noticed already, most of our locations all incorporate the same type of structural elements that really accentuate the natural surroundings with the wood and the stonework. They're really beautiful as is and great blank slates to add your personal touches or just to be left alone. They really do not need a lot of decor and floral if you want to put more of that budget towards your photography or towards excursions while you're there. So that's what I really love about all of our locations is that they're, you can do what you want with them, but you don't have to do a lot with them. Our beach locations at a lot of our properties do not have formal structures in place. So this really allows for our couples to get creative with their ceremony structure and even step away from the traditional four-posted structure. So this structure here on the beach, this is obviously temporary and something that the couple decided for themselves, and it can be moved again to the reception. So when you have those four-posted structures, those obviously cannot be lifted up and moved to a reception location, but things like this can be. So you're really reusing what you have paid for and what you've rented. And these could either be flagging the head table, they could be flagging the entrance to come in. You could get rid of the posts themselves and just use the floral as centerpieces. So there's a really lot you can do with these types of structures when you do rent them. Our next property is the Royalton Antigua. So Royalton Antigua is one of our newer hotels that we opened, and this is our sky terrace at this hotel. We also have a beautiful beach location at this hotel as well as a gazebo. But this sky terrace, just something to note when you are looking at it, you can see the water in the background, but it doesn't face the ocean itself. It faces the lagoon that we have as well. So we have two water features, which we're lucky enough to be part of at the Royalton Antigua. If you have not had a look at this property, go online, look at this, go on Sunwing's website, take a look at the photos that they have because it is a really stunning spot. The beach is secluded. It is one of the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen. And there's also over the water palapas at this property. So something again for those looking to honeymoon after their wedding, take a look at the palapas here because they are just beautiful. We're now going to move on to our Planet Hollywood brand. And I won't take too much of your time on this because the wedding packages at this property are the exact same as our Royalton packages, just with a different name. So to start with here, our Planet Hollywood free package is the same as our luxury wedding package. And again, you'd want to really be looking at this package if you are coming to destination, keeping everything as simple as possible. You just want to get together with friends and family, have your wedding, have a nice dinner together, and then go enjoy the all-inclusive features of the hotel. The second package is our Planet Hollywood Love package. And this package, again, is the same as our refined package with the Royalton properties. So most popular for sure because of that private reception that's included for those couples looking to bring, again, their traditional elements from home. The last package is the Planet Hollywood Glam package. And this is the package that's the same as the exclusive package. So again, when you're looking at this, if you're looking for an extra private function, this is the package for you if you're going Planet Hollywood. We're also featuring our Bollywood packages at our newly opened Planet Hollywood Cancun property, and they are the same as the Kohinoor packages that are available through Royalton. So again, they're based on the number of event hours that you're looking to host. And so when you are reaching out to either ourselves or to Sunwing Weddings, again, please, if you can give us as much details as possible on the different events and the different dates you're looking to have these types of events on, we can really help narrow things down for you. So with Planet Hollywood, the first resort that I'm going to show you today is the Planet Hollywood Costa Rica. So Planet Hollywood Costa Rica has a rooftop wedding location, which you're seeing here. Again, you can see here that the couple has opted for a less traditional four-posted structure and really gone for this unity circle here, which is a really nice thing when talking about weddings and talking about combining families. So I really love how different shapes are coming into play when it comes to the wedding decor. We also have a gazebo and the beach. And just so everyone knows, if you don't know about Costa Rica isn't necessarily home to our true white sand that we see in the Caribbean. It does have a bit of a darker, blacker sand. So that is something that we do have at our beach here. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for a beach location and that isn't something that you want. Perhaps you look at our garden gazebo or our rooftop location here as well. And so we are very proud of the newly opened Planet Hollywood Cancun, and I have a couple of photos here to show. We do not have all of our photos yet for all of our different locations, so bear with us as we get it all up and running and all those photos to you guys, because I know everyone's really excited about this property, and we will get everything as quickly as we can. But to start with, this is our Palm Pavilion. So this pavilion here is fully shaded on the one side where we will be doing the ceremonies. We can also use this section to do receptions and cocktail hours as well. But if you look in the bottom picture here where you see the water feature in the forefront, this is the Palm Pavilion 2, we call it, and it's actually an indoor space that is air conditioned. So you can use this for receptions and be inside with it. And then we also have rooftop locations and beach locations for our ceremonies. We also have some beautiful terraces that we will be using for receptions as well as ceremonies. And this is the rooftop Gusto Terrace that is located on top of one of our restaurants. So here you can see the kind of the white structure at the top of it. That would be the focal point for if you were having a ceremony here. But here we just have it staged for a little reception just to kind of give you a feel for how big the space actually is. We can do quite a bit up here. So our Planet Hollywood Cancun property is going to be a really good feature for us when it comes to larger groups and South Asian weddings, because we've got a lot of different locations which allow for 150 plus wedding groups, whereas our other properties are quite small when it comes to the locations that we are able to offer. And to end my portion of this, I would love to share with you guys our current wedding promotions. So we have 2 wedding promotions that are combinable, the Say Yes to the Credits and Better Together. The Say Yes to the Credits allows you to receive $500 or $1,000 off of the wedding package, depending on which package you select. And then the Better Together promotion provides you with a discount on the additional guest fee if you have more than 40 people coming. So both of these are applied to your final wedding invoice when you are working on your wedding details with us, if you meet all of the requirements for it. And Sunwing Weddings would definitely be able to speak further to these if you have questions about them while you're working through your preliminary stages with you. And Megan, I'd like to send it back to you now.
Thank you so much, Laura. I don't know about everyone here, but seeing all those beautiful locations really has me itching to travel, especially to the Planet Hollywood Cancun. I can't wait to go check out all of the beautiful wedding locations. But I just wanted to go over the process quickly with everyone, just how you can get started booking your destination wedding with Sunwing Weddings. So step 1 would be to contact our team to receive the group rates for your desired Royalton or Planet Hollywood resort. Step 2, our team will reach out to the Royalton or Planet Hollywood weddings teams for you to check wedding date availability. And we can also provide you with all of the wedding package information and the location images so that you have all of the information ready before you book your travel. And then step 3 would be to actually book your travel with Sunwing Weddings. And that's when you'll be assigned to your wedding planner who's going to help you start planning your dream day. So the best way to actually get started with your plans would be to book a one-on-one virtual consultation with someone on our team. So we'll actually set up a video call with you, and we have a very special promotion in place exclusive to this event. So if you contact us by February the 26th to book a virtual consultation, you can just send us an email to weddings@sunwing.ca to set that up. We're actually going to provide you with a free upgrade to our Platinum planning services. So that will include 10 hours of planning, and you will be eligible for that if you book your wedding at Royalton or Planet Hollywood by March the 31st. So you can definitely contact us after this event if you'd like to set up your consultation for more details. Now, I'd like to send it over to Jessica to see if we have any questions from our audience that we can help answer.
We definitely do. Our first question comes from Carl, and he wants to know what the difference between these Sunwing packages and the hotel packages are, and that will be for Megan.
Oh, yes. So this is definitely a question that we get asked quite often. So the difference between the packages is through Sunwing Weddings, what we are offering are wedding planning services. And through Royalton and Planet Hollywood, that's the cost of your actual wedding. So we're here to assist you with all of the wedding planning details, but it doesn't include the cost of the wedding itself. You will still need to purchase a wedding package through the hotel.
Perfect. Our next question is for Laura. And this person would like to know if all Planet Hollywoods are adult only.
They are not. So we have Planet Hollywood is a family-friendly brand. So we've got the Planet Hollywood in Cancun and the Planet Hollywood Costa Rica, both family-friendly. And then we've got, just like Hideaway with the Royalton side, we have what's called the adult scene at the Planet Hollywood. So there will be an adults only section at the Planet Hollywood Cancun that's just for adults in that section, similar to how I spoke to Hideaway.
Great. Our next question is for both Megan and Laura. And this person would like to know when prices will be available to view for 2022.
Well, I can answer that for travel. So travel pricing is not available online if you're looking at individual pricing, but we can definitely get you some group rates. So please reach out to our team at weddings@sunwing.ca and we can get you started with your group rates for 2022.
And when it comes to the wedding side for our property specifically, we have our wedding packages and our pricing is all available for 2021. We do a very good job actually of honoring rates. So if you were to book this year for a 2022 wedding, we would honor the packages that you book off of. We would honor any of the hotel direct costs. The only things that we sometimes have a little bit of trouble honoring would be our vendor prices, but we work with some amazing vendors, and usually when we request, this person booked at this time, we'd like to honor this for them, they follow through with us.
Awesome. Our next question is from Andy. He would like to know how it works when he has guests traveling from multiple locations. Some of his family is going to be coming from Scotland and some of his family will be coming from Toronto. So this one is for Megan.
That's definitely a really good question that we also get asked quite a bit. So Sunwing only offers flights out of Canada. So we can provide the package rate for your Toronto guests. And then for your guests coming from elsewhere, from Scotland, we can provide what's called a land only rate. So that would be for the cost of hotel only. And then those guests would just be required to organize their own flights and transportation and destination. But definitely reach out and we can get you started with both the package rates from Toronto and the land only rates for the Scotland guests.
Great. Our next question is for Laura. And this guest would like to know about sound setups if we don't have a DJ. Is there usually speakers, microphone that can be set up if we play our own music? This person is looking at the Royalton Punta Cana.
Awesome. So all of our wedding packages, from the luxury package to the exclusive package, include a sound system for the ceremony. So all that we ask for the ceremony is that you bring with you your playlist on a device. We usually recommend the groom to have this, and if you're going to put it on a cell phone, have it on the groom's cell phone, because the bride is going to be way too busy on the wedding day to be figuring that out. So groom, have it on his playlist. For the cocktail hour, there is a sound system included in our refined and exclusive package. So again, you can play music on it for that portion. And then when it comes to your private reception, so you have a couple of different options. You can either hire a DJ or you can add on a sound system. If you wish to add just the sound system on, then you would be responsible for playing your music during your reception. Our teams don't play the music during the receptions if you're not hiring a DJ.
Perfect. Our next question is for Megan. And Sam would like to know, what's the difference between the Sunwing wedding packages and the hotel's wedding packages?
Oh, great. So same question as before, just to reiterate the answer there. The planning services that we offer through Sunwing Weddings are for wedding planning assistance. And then through Royalton, the packages that they have is for the cost of your actual wedding. So our team will be assisting you. We will communicate with the hotel on your behalf to arrange all the details, but you do need to purchase the wedding package through the hotel.
Yeah, and just to jump onto that there with Megan, on our end, we get asked a lot too if your hotel stay or your flight details are included within our wedding packages, and they are not. So again, as Megan mentioned, our packages through the Royalton or through Planet Hollywood are strictly for the wedding itself.
Perfect. Our next question is for Laura. And Jill would like to know why they would have to pay for open bar service during a private function.
So that's a good question, and it's one of the bigger misconceptions about destination weddings. Yes, you are going to an all-inclusive hotel, so there are plenty of bars open where you can get alcohol. But when you're talking about a private function, you're setting up an area of the hotel that is not normally open to the rest of the guests staying at the all-inclusive property. We have to staff it separately. We have to have security. There is a lot of setup and tear down that go involved in it, which requires staff as well. So that's really what your costs are going towards. It's not necessarily you're paying for, the bottle of vodka or the bottle of wine. You're paying for everything that goes into bringing to life your private function itself.
Perfect. Our next question is for Megan. And Candace would like to know, she just got engaged and they aren't going to be getting married until 2022 or maybe 2023. How far in advance should she start planning?
Oh, that's another good question. We have a lot of couples that are starting quite far in advance, but majority would start, I'd say, about 12 to 15 months prior. That's not to say that we can't help you with recommendations if you're looking for 2023. Or we could even start by providing you with some 2022 pricing to help give you an idea. So please don't be shy. Reach out to us directly if you'd like to start getting some rates for your future destination wedding, and we can definitely start helping you now.
Perfect. Our next question is back to Laura. And this person would like to know, are there any packages that include free number of guests? There was a note saying that this person was advised that you can get up to 10 people free. So that could be for the wedding packages or possibly for Megan regarding travel.
So I can go first and then Meg, maybe you can touch on your end. But for our wedding packages, we do offer the luxury wedding package, which is complimentary when you've booked 35 or more room nights at the hotel. And that package includes up to 10 guests. So then additional guests, if you're having, say, each additional guest above the 10 that's included is $20 US per person.
And then in regards to your travel, I think you might be referring to the complimentary passenger concessions. So the way that works is you'll notice on your group quotes once you've received them, just below the pricing, we'll have the group travel concession listed. And if you book a certain number of guests, you could be eligible to receive one complimentary. You would receive the package rate back, not including the taxes. So this is done by way of refund at the very end. So once all of the travel is paid in full for all of your guests, the wedding couple can decide what they'd like to do with those refunds.
Great, we've just got a few more questions here. Our next one is from Tatiana, and this would be for Megan. What are the flexibilities if a guest can no longer travel? Can they easily get a travel credit?
So we do highly encourage that all of your guests add on our worry-free cancellation insurance. That way they have the flexibility. If for some reason they need to cancel, they would then receive their deposit back by way of a future travel voucher. So the answer is yes, if they have added the insurance, they would be able to get a future travel credit from Sunwing.
Perfect. Our next question is for Laura. This guest would like to know, for after the ceremony and the private meeting, can we bring our own speakers?
For after this, say that again, Jessica, for me.
For after the ceremony for the private meeting, I'm going to guess that means the private reception. Okay, can we bring our own speaker?
You can. The only thing to consider is that if there's electrical involved in it, I mean, if it's a battery operated one, there's no issues. But if there is electrical involved, our staff is going to have to still be involved in setting that up along with our electricians and bringing the cords to the location and things like that. So it's probably not going to be all that cost effective because there are going to be costs involved with bringing, our electricians and things in like that.
Perfect. One more for Megan. Is Royalton and Planet Hollywood the only chains that Sunwing offers for weddings?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Sunwing offers hundreds of hotels. So this particular event, we partnered with Royalton Weddings to talk about Royalton and Planet Hollywood. But if you're interested in any other hotel chains that Sunwing offers, please feel free to reach out and we can definitely quote those as well.
Great, we've got our last two questions. For Laura, can I hire other vendors than what the hotel uses?
So the answer to that depends on the hotel that you're going to. So it's always really important when you're first looking at a hotel is to ask that type of question. Some hotels, for us specifically, do allow you to bring in outside vendors. Some do not for certain types of vendors. There is always an outside vendor fee that will be charged if you do choose to bring your own. They range anywhere from $450 up to $850 per vendor, depending on the type of vendor and again, the hotel. So all of that's outlined in our policies document that you would receive, or feel free to ask Sunwing Weddings and they can find out from us, or if you're reaching out to us directly, we would definitely let you know what the actual fee would be if it's permitted at the specific resort you're looking at.
Perfect. For Megan, with COVID, if travel is not permitted, will we be able to get our money back?
Oh, that's a very good question as well. In terms of COVID policies, everything is ever changing. So once again, we do always highly recommend that when you're booking your destination wedding, you are adding on the cancellation insurance. That way, if you're not comfortable traveling and you'd like to cancel for any reason, your group can choose to do so. In regards to the COVID cancellation policies, they would be situational and you would be able to speak with us directly regarding your specific travel dates. And your group travel representative would be here to help you every step of the way.
Okay. And we've got one more question that came in that will be for both of you. Do you offer special packages that include wedding plus honeymoon? For example, if we want to do the wedding in Cancun, but honeymoon at another destination, are there any special packages both for the travel side and the wedding side?
So for the wedding side, our properties every single one of our properties does have a honeymoon package. So you could definitely take advantage of that, whether you're going to be staying at the same hotel that you had your wedding at, or if you're going to be moving to one of our other hotels.
Now, in terms of the travel, it could get a little bit trickier from if you're trying to fly from one destination to another, as we wouldn't necessarily have connecting flights there. What most of our couples actually choose to do is, for example, stay at a Royalton for the week and then move over to the Hideaway for their honeymoon. Or for example, if you're in Mexico, you stay at the Royalton Riviera Cancun and you move over to the Royalton Suites Cancun for the second week. So that is definitely a more popular option for our wedding groups. And in terms of customizing for a second week for a honeymoon for the wedding couple, just ask us and we can definitely see if we can help you.
Great, that's it for our questions in our chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jess. And if we didn't have a chance to answer your questions, or if anything else comes up, please feel free to reach out to us directly. You can email us at weddings@sunwing.ca and we can definitely answer any further questions that you may have. And I just want to say thank you so much to Laura. Thank you for joining us today, for going through all of that wonderful information. It was really informative, and for showing us all of the beautiful locations at your resorts. They are absolutely stunning.
Oh, it's been my pleasure, Meg. Thanks you so much to you and to Sunwing Weddings for having me. Jessica, thanks so much for the questions as well and mediating that. We're so excited to work with you guys. You have an amazing team of planners that all of my planners on the Blue Diamond side really like to work with. So to all of you out there, you're in great hands with Sunwing Weddings, and we would love to have you coming to our hotels, and we look forward to seeing you guys all in the future.
Yes, thank you to everyone for joining us today. And to get started with your destination wedding plans at Royalton or Planet Hollywood Resorts or any other resort that Sunwing offers, please contact us at weddings@sunwing.ca, or you can give us a call at 1-800-739-8876. For wedding inspiration, make sure you follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter at Sunwing Weddings. You can also visit www.sunwing.ca and our wedding inspiration tab for our blog. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you have a great night.